So much has happened since I last saw you. I lost my hammer, like yesterday, so that's still pretty fresh. And then I went on a journey of self-discovery, where I met you. Where are we? You have no idea. Hela, the goddess of death, has invaded Asgard.
Oh, I've missed this.
And you and I had a fight recently.
Did I win?
No, I won, easily.
Doesn't sound right.
Well, it's true.
Asgard is dead. And it'll be reborn in my image. I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I need to stop her here and now to prevent Ragnarok, the end of everything. So I'm putting together a team. Like the old days.
Surprise! This will be such fun.
Hello.
Hi.
He's a fighter.
Here we go!
I'm not a queen or a monster. I'm the goddess of death. What were you the god of again?
We're the same, you and I. Just a couple of hot-headed fools.
Yeah, same. Hulk like fire, Thor like water,
Well, kind of both like fire.
but Hulk like raging fire, Thor like smoldering fire.
Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to the Boss's Desk, where we look out for you, giving you the best in geek news. I'm the host for the day, the Big Boss, and I'm here with my good friend, the Professor.
What's happening?
What's going on? We got some news for you today in the form of a trailer review. So first up is Thor Ragnarok. So let's just dig right into it. This trailer was definitely incredible. I'm excited about this movie that's coming out.
Two solid, strong trailers so far for this movie. You know, I know a lot of people, as far as the Marvel Universe goes, aren't big fans of both of the Thor movies. I liked them both okay. I mean, they weren't great movies, but I enjoyed them. But this one looks like it's going to be far and away better than the first two, which for a trilogy is unusual. But, you know, if these trailers are showing you anything like these movies are going to be, they're going to be amazing movies.
Yeah, definitely. It's like the way that it starts out. I like this one because it's capturing kind of like the comedy of this movie. So we got the drama the first round with the teaser and just the vast epicness of it. And this one is more like, it's more quaint. It's more like right into, you know, Thor's character and persona. Like he's definitely become a lighter character as we've seen his stories go. The first time he was a little bit more serious, a little bit more brooding in the second one because he was missing his lady. And now, now we got Fun Thor. We have Fun Thor in this epic and galactic journey. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's like he starts off like talking to Hulk. It looks like in the middle of their fight.
Yeah, so it looks like that's probably where it's going to be. You know, he's just talking to him. You know, maybe before. Maybe after they get through the fight, or maybe before they start fighting. I don't know.
Yeah,
and you can't really tell, obviously, but it's definitely sometime in the arena fight between the two of them is when he's going through this voiceover, because that's the voiceover starts and then the imagery leads into him actually in the arena in the armor, you know, talking with the same stuff. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So I'm definitely liking the direction that they're going as far as the costumes and the look and overall feel of the film. Like it definitely gives you kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy style, but there's like an epic medieval feel to it. Like even though it's intergalactic, futuristic, it's still kind of classic and medieval.
Yeah, it's definitely got that mix that they did so well in the first Thor movie, kind of giving you that look. This is definitely a medieval kind of feel, but there's also laser cannons and stuff all around the building, so it's definitely got that futuristic side to it that I think looks great. Looks exactly what you would want, this kind of movie to look like.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to see what came up next after the conversation. You kind of watched them kind of go through this comedic back and forth. He's like, "Hey, and when I fought you, and then I met you, and I fought you a little bit," and he's like, "Oh, did I win?" Like Banner's like, "Oh, did I win?" And Thor's like, "No, I beat you. I beat you." He's like, "What?" Pretty easily. He's like, "That doesn't sound right." So I'm looking forward to the kind of like buddy adventure that this is going to be, because that's what what it looks like in the trailer.
I kind of like that scene for a couple reasons. One, it's funny in general, Two, it's showing you that Thor, throughout everything he still learned in the first couple movies, is still kind of that little arrogant narcissistic god that he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it's showing you that, and it's pretty much been this way through all the other movies, but it's showing you that Banner doesn't know what the Hulk does, and the Hulk doesn't know what Banner does. The two of them have locked each other away from each other. It's the same person, two different personalities. They've locked each other away, so they don't know who's doing what. And I kind of dig that, that aspect of it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, and I'll be interested to see whether or not that plays to the Hulk's advantage. Because it wasn't that one of his strengths in the comics is that no one could ever like read his mind or something like that. He was like,
well, he was always the mindless savage beast. Well, not always, but for the majority of the time, he was the mindless savage. There was a comic for a long period of time called the Savage Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just a mindless, a ball of rage. Who's the only maximum his strength knows is that it's unlimited.
Yeah.
The angrier Hulk gets, the stronger Hulk gets, and Hulk is the strongest one there is. Always been the phrase. You know what I mean? So, but that's always played into it. Yeah, you couldn't really take him down with, unless you did the old Professor Xavier shut your brain down to turn the body off kind of thing trick. You couldn't really stop him.
Yeah.
Because he was legitimately a mindless savage beast when it came right down to it.
Yeah, and the Hulk just looks good in this trailer too. Like he looks really good. I like the haircut. I like his stature now. He's not like I remember in the Avengers he kind of like was like a gorilla in the way that his body was curved and bent and how he hung low to the ground to talk to the other Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one he's kind of like he's standing tall, proud. He's like certain of himself, Hulk type deal.
I'm still one of the weirdos who prefers the look of it from the Ed Norton movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe the head just seems like something about the Hulk in these movies. The head just seems a little weird. Like maybe it's not big enough.
Right.
Maybe it's not wide enough. Something like that. Looks a little too of a regular person head. But I do. I don't have a problem with the way it looks. I like that it's a little more green.
Yeah.
In this one, as opposed to being more of a almost like a what would be the color? Not beige, but
I want to say taupe. It's like a pale greenish.
Yeah. Like I think maybe they call it heather green is the dark green. Either way, you know what I'm talking about. Like more of a pale green or a dull green than what they used to call them, old Jade Jaws. The true green Hulk kind of seems like what we're getting now, and I kind of prefer to see that.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you in the same boat. I do like the old Ed Norton, and it's not even really that old, but the Ed Norton Hulk. Like the way that he stands, like the deep definition in his the muscle strands, that was just so dope. And you could feel that they're trying to go back to it a little bit, at least in the way that he's standing, and like the size of his body. Like his arms are like really long, but they're like huge. But like it's still not as like detailed as the Ed Norton. And his face was more like he had like more of like a square head, and it was like more. It felt more like it belonged with that body. Yeah, like you said, this one feels more like it slightly doesn't belong to that body. But it's getting there.
I was definitely getting there. Yeah, I think they're doing some changes with it in every iteration that we see him in, which is not out of the ordinary for the comics to begin with. But
Yeah,
I think they're playing with some things, and we could see it go some interesting ways.
yeah. They focused on Thor actually trying to assemble this team to take on Hela. So we get to see some more snippets of Hela and see how she really is, and she's just this really dark, menacing, just she gets joy out of the torture of others type of character.
And
So
it's exactly what she should be.
Yeah.
From what I remember in the comics, she's basically, like it says in the trailer, she's the goddess of death. And that's exactly what you would expect her to be. Just someone who wants to basically kill everything and anything in their path
yeah,
to get to what her goal is.
yeah,
And so I'm curious to see if they're going to take her that route to make her essentially death in the movie, like it meant
Yeah.
in the Marvel Universe, or if they're going to bring in death somewhere along the line. It seems like that might be the route that they're going to take, because Thanos always had the whole thing with death. He's in love with death, and that was who he was doing everything for. It'd be interesting to see if she becomes that same character
Right.
for the movie.
yeah, yeah. Then we got to see like some of the characters in his team that he's assembling. He's like, you hear him. He says this line is like, I think we're going and we'll go out and we'll assemble a team. Like we used to do in the old days.
Like the old days. Yep.
So that'll be interesting to see. And there's a nice little nod to he missed the glory days of the Avengers and Avengers 2. So
and
yeah.
and that's what they do. But it's a bizarre team. Him, the Hulk, Valkyrie, and Loki. Kind of an odd combination, but
yeah.
I'm sure it'll work by the way things are looking so far.
Yeah, because Loki's coming back strong, which I'm aware. I think the character was never really meant to last long in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but fans seem to love him so much that they kept him in there. They kept him alive.
He was just so good at it. You couldn't get rid of him.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston, he'll be hard pressed to shake Loki if he wants to do some other roles. I'm sure he can do it. He's been doing it. He had that one horror flick that I really loved that he was in, and then he had recently just had King Kong. But yeah,
I still say if he ever wants to jump ship, that he should be the Joker.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
So good.
Yeah, he could definitely do that. He could definitely do that. I actually see him with the range of either doing the Riddler or the Joker.
I just think he's not only does he have the look for the Joker, he's got that kind of longer face.
Yeah.
With the big menacing smile.
He has
But
definitely
he's got
that Bruce Timm look. Yeah.
Psychopath to laughing in your face, having fun at your expense. That would just make one of the more memorable Jokers. Would actually, in my opinion, give Heath Ledger's Joker a run for its money, because it would just be so good.
Yeah, it would be kind of like a cold, like sick Joker, which is what I think we need. Not like like Jared Leto's is more like a manic, like bipolar Joker. You know what I'm saying? There's highs and there's lows.
He would be more of a Mark Hamill Joker.
Yeah.
And Hamill is outside of Heath Ledger, I think Hamill is the one who everybody finds as their favorite Joker, even though technically he's never played the Joker. I think he's the one who people love the most just because of what he brings to the character on screen.
The voice, yeah,
even though it's only animated,
right. I'm trying to see. There were a couple snippets of Heimdall, dreaded out. Looks good.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, he looks very good.
Yeah. Yeah,
the character, I like the way it looks.
Yeah, the character looks good. He looks like the Wanderer. He looks like he's in some kind of transitional stage where he's trying to figure out what's going on, like he's lost his place. So
I'm thinking that's probably post whatever Hela does to Asgard.
Yeah.
Maybe he's with whoever the survivors are, and he's the one who's protecting them.
Yeah.
Maybe that scene where you see him, he whips the hood off and he's got the dreads. Maybe is where they finally find him.
Yeah.
And the survivors kind of thing. The other thing I noticed in there is the shot of Hela and the Valkyrie themselves, not just the character, but the actual Valkyrie. The old, from my understanding anyway, the old Norse mythology is when you die as a warrior, you go to Valhalla, you become a Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And they come to collect the dead, I believe, when someone passes.
Right.
So what I'm wondering is if that scene is her wiping out Asgard. Then the Valkyrie are coming to claim the dead and find her in their way, and then it's another massive fight with her and them kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe that's how Valkyrie gets knocked out of Valhalla. She somehow gets pulled out by Hela and thrown to the planet or something along those lines. I don't know. But I'm wondering if maybe that's going to be part of that scene.
Oh, wow.
With her basically fighting this army of Valkyrie by herself.
So if I'm guessing right, it seems like this movie's shaping up to fill in the gaps from when Thor is not with the Avengers. So it's going to be like
I'm
a
thinking
couple of years jump.
Yeah. I don't know where timeline. Well, obviously timeline's going to have to take place after Age of Ultron somewhere, with Hulk on the other planet. But at this point, is he investigating the other stone? Is he trying to protect Asgard, which he's clearly not there in Asgard because gets attacked while he's not there? So I don't know where exactly the timeline's going to fit in, but I'm curious to see, because it seems like a whole lot's going to go down.
Yeah.
In at least the first half of the movie, because the one thing that's not in any of these trailers is Loki and Thor with Strange trying to find Odin. Is that going to be a tag at the end of the movie? Where's that going to fit in somewhere is what I'm curious about.
So we got that. We got the time jump. We're watching Karl Urban's character. We get to see him in like his full regalia. He looks menacing. Like, the guy looks like a beast.
As Scourge, yeah. He looks so perfect. Like, there's just something about that guy that, anytime he's asked to play a character that's already been pre-established somewhere, he's just doing it so right.
Yeah, he goes
I mean, he was so good as Dredd. I don't care if people like that movie or not. He was so good as Judge Dredd. They should have made a sequel for that movie. Yeah. I know they're looking at, I think, a TV show now, and they're trying to see if they can get him to be on the TV show. That would be amazing.
I think he would do it. I think he would definitely do it.
So good as Dredd.
He did that Almost Human series, which was really good, and it was really getting good by the end of the season, and then they just didn't renew it.
I like that show a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, I could see him doing. He obviously has no problem transitioning from film to TV with any difficulty. So I could see him doing Dredd the series.
Yep. But he looks so spot on as far as the appearance for the Scourge character. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Let's see, because I want to find out anything. Like, what else did we miss before we even get to the big reveal near the end?
Very end.
So we get to see some fight scenes.
Well, so the interesting thing is Loki's in chains. Makes you wonder what that's all about.
Yeah.
Because, in the original trailer, when it's Thor in the pit, Loki's sitting next, like he's not chained up or anything. So somewhere along the line that changes.
Yeah.
And he gets thrown in chains and put away. So that'll be curious. What else was in there? Not a whole lot more than we've already discussed, I don't think. There's the talking Hulk that we see towards the end of the trailer.
Yeah. Which is definitely good. I'm looking forward to that, because there's going to be some good moments. There's some good comedic moments, but some strong moments for Hulk. We get to see him have a little bit more range of character and emotion in the movie, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, he won't be quite the mindless brute that he is anymore.
Yeah.
So that's cool to see.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a whole lot else in there that we really haven't hit on just yet. Know that, because a lot of it's repetitive stuff. It's a lot of Valkyrie. It's a lot of quick Loki clips.
Yeah, which I really like the Valkyrie scene. Like, once they do that big epic battle between the Valkyrie and Hela, that's a fine crafted scene. Like, I hope they play it out in the same speed in which they played it out in the trailer, because it looks like a piece of art. Like, it looks like a piece of art. It looks like a painting, which is awesome. I want to see that, because I feel like they did a little bit of that in the fighting style of Wonder Woman. Like, they made it look like art when the Amazons fought. So I'm kind of hoping they keep it slow in Thor, and they do that. They maintain that beauty.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like the way it looks, like kind of the slowdowns a little bit here, I hope they don't overuse it like it seems a lot of times they do.
Yeah.
But I do love just the kind of the majesty of what they've got going. I hope that sticks around because it looks gorgeous from what we can see so far.
Yeah, definitely. And then the last scene of the trailer, we get the big Surtur reveal, and God, he's massive.
Massive character in the comics is supposed to be like, I don't know exactly, but it's supposed to be like 1,000 feet tall or something ridiculous. Just this massive fire demon, carries a huge sword, and in the trailer you see that very last shot is basically the Hulk diving at his head, and Surtur's head is bigger than the Hulk.
Yeah.
So just how big and how massive he is. And then we go and we find out, to me, the more exciting part.
Yeah.
Just before we started, we find out who's doing the voice for Surtur. I mean, come on. You don't get any better than Clancy Brown doing voiceover for a demon like that. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
To hear him do that. It's just fantastic. I cannot wait. Now that I know, I'm even more excited to hear that, what his Surtur's going to sound like, than I am Surtur's actually showing up in the movie.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, well, that's it for all we got for the review of the Thor Ragnarok trailer. Stay tuned. We got some more trailers coming up. We got Defenders. We're going to talk about Defenders, and we're going to talk about Justice League and give our thoughts and take a look at those trailers as well. So that's it from the Boss's Desk. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at From the Boss's Desk. Follow us on Instagram at From the Boss's Desk as well. And we're also up on the web, thebossesdesk.com. That's where we keep our written reviews. We post some of these podcasts up as well, and we have our YouTube page, From the Boss's Desk, where we post all of our podcasts and all of these reviews that are done like this. So that's it from the Big Boss and the Professor. And we'll see you next time.
Good.
Later.